Hello everybody. Welcome to the Two Guys One Mic podcast. I am Michael.
Woo! Welcome back.
I am Michael.
I'm Ange.
I'm Andy.
Yes, you are.
First things first that should be said.
I'm the realist.
Huh? The realist?
This is when nothing gets done on the podcast.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, you're not going to be getting an archive of all our podcasts as of right now because we only have about 3 hours of record upload time on SoundCloud. So we're going to keep deleting older podcasts.
They'll be the first two.
Yeah, the first two will be on.
The most recent
but after this one, we don't know if we're going to have three. Some weeks we might have three, depending on how long the podcasts are. But most weeks we'll probably only have two.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Tim.
So depending on what you have, or depending on each week, there might be 3 on, there might be 2 on, depending on how long the other podcasts are. If you want a full archive of them, go to YouTube, and we'll have the first one to whatever the week is.
We have to link all of our stuff on our YouTube channel too.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
I'll do that in
If
the
you
next
go to
upload.
About,
But we don't have an Instagram yet. We need to fix our
just
Instagram.
change the Boathouse
Change
one.
the bonus one. All right.
So,
What are we talking about today?
oh,
Why don't we start off with a topic we talked about last week?
last
the
week.
John Tavares, our last podcast, that John Tavares returning to the Isles,
Oh, yeah.
or returning to the New York.
'Cause this
They're so rude.
going to Brooklyn.
Of the recording of this podcast is the day after the Leafs versus Sabres game, which is the game after that game.
Yeah. So on Thursday was the Isles game, and then we played the Sabres on Saturday, and today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Johnny Boy came home after a terrible
came
game
home,
in
yeah.
in the Islanders.
Pull up
Home barn.
the standing ovation they gave.
I
him.
will.
That was amazing. I love that.
Me too.
Did you see John Tory tweeted out?
He did? What did he
Yeah,
say?
he just pull it up.
I love John Tory.
Adam Wilde of the Steve Dangle podcast tweeted out saying, "Can we make the Friday that the team was coming back? Can we make that John Tavares Day in Toronto?" And he's
Yeah, he did take off his thing, and he's
Yeah, he took off his helmet.
everyone just kind of
Look at that. That's amazing.
yeah. Imagine being a Toronto kid and coming home,
Right.
wanting to play for the Leafs, and Leafs being your team, and just
And them being good too.
yeah, them being good, but also coming home and getting a standing ovation from your city.
It's goals. Nothing like it.
Where was it? It was.
It was what?
Okay, so this is what the thread was.
I guess that's just kind of us saying, like, okay, you had a shitty time at your old
Hi, Tim.
home
Bill's
arena.
here.
Can I have a banana?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. It was a couple days ago, I think.
Are you putting peanut butter on it?
Yeah.
Knew it.
So I guess that's what was I saying?
I'll take the yuckiest one.
Take whatever one you want. I can have
Okay.
the yucky one because I use it for smoothies.
So what happened was Adam Wilde
Just
of
take
the
a
Steve
good one.
Dangle podcast, as well as a lot of other Toronto
Mm-hmm.
social media people, tweeted out saying, where was it? He said, "Can we make the Friday John Tavares Day in Toronto?" Blah blah blah. And then John Tory, the mayor of Toronto, not subtweeted, but used the hashtag. So John Tory tweeted, "Don't let the haters get you down, John Tavares at 91 Tavares.
Mm-hmm.
You're home now, and we're proud of you here in Toronto. Hashtag Tavares Day TO."
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's so brilliant. And they lit up the Toronto sign downtown.
You know that blue?
They lit it up blue.
Yeah,
blue and white.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But imagine just getting a shitty, what's it? A shitty game at your old,
Yeah.
like your old team
None
where
of the
you
Leafs
spent
showed up.
so much of your career in.
It's disrespectful.
and just literally because you went to a different team, just being like,
because they're Americans, they don't care. They're all about themselves.
Well,
Shout out to all our American fans.
it is. There's bad apples in every fan base.
Yes.
But there was a lot of them
I feel like if like
at the game.
yeah,
like I don't know, if like I was gonna say one of our franchise players, but like we don't have anyone.
Well,
That's
Sundin,
well, Sundin, yeah.
Yeah, like when Sundin left, no one really hassled him when he came back.
Everyone-
he got some hate, but when he came back, we gave him a
Yeah.
standing out. We didn't hold much of a grudge. Everyone was.
No.
We were upset because he waived his no trade, or he didn't waive his no trade at the deadline, so we couldn't get anything back for him.
Yeah.
And then he went and signed. So the exact same thing Tavares did,
Mm-hmm.
but he wanted to control right where he went, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows? It's there. I don't think they're gonna forgive him. We were talking earlier about, do you ever think that
No.
John Tavares will have his number retired in New York? No, I don't think.
I think that
No, not after that.
I think he would have his number retired because not because of the fan base, but because of upper management.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think that the upper management wants
No.
to please their fans.
Yeah.
To a
It's like
certain
when
extent.
the Jays, they wanted to sign, or Orioles wanted to sign Bautista, but the fans were like, "Don't sign him! Like we hate him." They
Yeah.
didn't sign him. They
Yeah.
were going to, but like
Yeah.
the fans didn't want him. They're not gonna do anything if they don't please their fans. No one's gonna watch them.
But I feel like
It's a business.
If he plays in Toronto for the rest of his career,
he'll get retired.
and if he does, especially if we win a cup,
Oh yeah.
then I think
Yeah.
he'll, because he has another 6 years after this season.
Yeah.
So if he signs another 5-year extension, and then plays out the rest of his days here,
Yeah.
he'll definitely. Well, maybe not definitely, because if Matthews stays here for his whole career, his number will be retired. Same
Yeah.
with Marner.
But I don't think Matthews and Marner will stay their whole career in Toronto. Marner might. I could see Marner doing. I can't see Matthews staying
Matthews
in.
might do a Tavares thing.
Yeah,
after this
I can
year,
see
go
Matthews
back
leaving
home,
Toronto.
Go to Arizona.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's a whole.
they are pretty bad team.
Well, but that's the whole reason why they didn't name a captain before, or they still haven't named a captain. But the reason why they're not naming a captain when they're trying to signed Austin Matthews, it's
I think it's also because the obvious choice is Tavares. He's one of the oldest
it is the
players.
obvious choice. But Matthews is going to be Matthews when
Yeah.
he was asked the question in a press interview, being like, what would happen if Tavares got captain over you? And he's like, well, he's a good player, but he looked visibly like
Yeah, but
annoyed
just because
by
he's a
it.
good player doesn't mean he deserves captain.
Like for Tavares. No, he was talking about Tavares.
I'm just saying, like everyone expects Matthew because he's
Yeah.
a good player, but like you know Babcock well enough. You know Babcock doesn't pick the good players to be
I-
captains. It's whoever shows the most leadership for him.
It's also
Yeah.
He's
changed.
old school.
Like
But Matthews would wants to be
Babcock's old
that.
school though.
captains used to be the middle guy
Until
between
McDavid
the
was
coach.
chosen captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And Eichel, I guess maybe.
captains used to be the middle guy between the coach and the
Yeah.
players. So it was the guy who got along with the coach and was a leader to the players. So someone who all the players would listen
And
to.
Matthews is not that.
Uh,
Matthews
I
and
don't know.
Babcock
I
don't
don't know.
hit. Well,
They fight a lot, but
yeah,
I think
It's a lot of media. They don't know if
it's
they
yeah
actually fight a
now
lot.
Yeah.
now
could
it's
be
all
twisted.
it's I'd say now captains are just sort of they're not as important.
It's just their
It's who's gonna go and
best
talk to the
player.
ref
yeah,
when there's a debate.
basically.
yeah.
So
Well, Tavares is the most obvious choice, but
they
Yeah.
they didn't want to piss
They're
off.
trying to
I
re-sign
honestly
Austin
don't really care.
Matthews.
You look now. There's no captain. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Like
Yeah.
there's no like.
I guess the
sense
Leafs kind of shown
urgency
that,
to
yeah.
show. There's
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Mhm.
Whoever it is.
So the game last night against the Sabres,
Beautiful game.
hmm
that was a good game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I missed the first half of the first period when all the action happened,
You
Mhm.
did.
but kind of looked in the highlights like Toronto didn't really show up for the first bit
No.
of the game. Were they slow off the
No,
bat?
they were very slow off the bat.
and then at the end
couple
of the first,
fluky
they got
goals.
this-
Played well. Yeah, they
couple
picked
fluke
it
goals
up.
on both
Yeah.
ends. Like Buffalo got a fluky goal. We got a fluke goal.
Mhm.
Classic Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that one Buffalo goal where he just like literally just throws it out the net in between. I forget who it was and who the D was, but literally shoots it at the net in between the Leafs D and goes like
Yeah.
bottom left side, bottom right side. on
Oh
Anderson.
yeah, that was that
Even
was-
Tavares' goal, he just kept pushing the goalie. And
Yeah.
kept just like
And then there's Riley's goal that just
yeah.
right there,
that was-
Mhm.
full.
yeah.
So
So
right there, he got a piece of it and it just
Yeah.
trickled through.
I love Tavares' celly though. He just like
Oh, he was amped, and everyone knew what it meant. Everyone, you can't deny that people were like, "Yeah, he didn't score. We had a shit game, but he
Yeah.
he brought it back was.
Beautiful.
I mean, the Sabres aren't playing too strong recently. They had their kick-ass start, but now they're kind of dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless,
I remember
win.
when they were having their great start that so many people were like being like, "This is Sabres' year. Sabres gonna win it this year."
Really, I saw a lot of people saying like it's not gonna last.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I've seen
A
so
lot of people
many
are saying the Sabres are going to win as like Sabres fans. No,
Yeah.
everyone knows the Sabres are not going to win.
No, they're not good enough. Although picking up Jeff Skinner was a good play.
Yeah.
And then Eichel's been doing okay. I can't believe that. Was it Eichel was Matthews' year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
No, Eichel was
McDavid's
McDavid.
year.
McDavid's year, right? That
It was
was it.
McDavid
And
and
then
Eichel.
sorry, it was Line and Matthews.
Line A Matthews, yeah.
And Line A kept saying how he was better than Matthews.
Yeah.
Line A's definitely not better than
Yeah.
I want to look up.
Matthews. Line A's crap compared to Matthews.
He dropped down to the third line this year.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if Eichel wasn't in Buffalo. Like, would he be a way better player? Like, say if he went to like our franchise
We were talking
with our
about
coaches.
This. We were talking about this earlier about how if Rask was with the Leafs back, but if
Yeah.
we didn't trade him.
Oh yeah, no, we
Which-
were talking about that last night.
Yeah, if we didn't trade Rask, would he be the player he is today?
Mm-hmm.
I still think he would be. Because, like, to a certain extent, you can say coaches when the team they play around are
Yeah.
going to impact them. But think about it. If he were to play with the Leafs, he would have so many more shots than he would have in Buffalo or in Boston.
And I would say our farm system is much better than
Yeah, our
Bruins.
farm
So
system.
I'd say he would have a better come up.
Yeah, I would say that he would. I would say if he stayed in Toronto, he would be a better goalie.
Oh,
I
you're
would
saying he'd be
say-
a better goalie?
I'd say
I thought you were saying
I'd
that-
say he'd be a better goalie.
No, I wouldn't say be better.
I
I'd
don't
say he'd
think-
be
I'd say
about
he'd
the same.
I'd say
Yeah.
he'd be the same.
But Boston's not really known for pumping out good goalies, I guess.
No one really is known. Well, the only people that are good, known for pumping out good goalies is Finland. They
Yeah.
pumped out some
Yeah.
good goalies. Rask,
Anderson.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in the World Juniors. That was great.
Who's that old goalie from Boston?
Vesatov. No, not Toskala.
No, like old. Like
Tim Thomas.
Tim Thomas, yeah.
So here, I just pulled up Patrick Laine and Matthews stats, and Laine was visibly he didn't hide anything. He told everyone that he thought he was better than Matthews, and he should have gone first.
Yeah. But
So let me just tell you these stats.
What does it matter?
Austin Matthews this year in 51 games.
what would you say?
Oh, I said, why does it matter?
Oh, yeah.
Well, just saying that Laine is not as good as
Yeah.
Matthews is. So in
Kind of rubbing it in Liney's face, just being like,
Matthews,
I should have went first round.
Yeah,
I'm
but, like,
so
he's
much better
like-
than
both
this
won
guy,
first
but
round. He should have won
They
first
both won
overall.
first round. Like, who cares? You got second pick overall. Who cares?
Austin Matthews
What do you
in
have
51 games, 30 goals, 30 assists, 60 points. Patrick Laine in 64 games, 29 goals, 13 assists, 42 points.
Yeah, you should have won first round.
But you
Okay.
also need to give it
13
to
games.
Matthews because he has a good line with him, like a good, like team based, like the puck doesn't. It's not just Matthews on the ice who's just running around with the puck.
As Winnipeg sits in a better spot than the
Yeah.
Leafs right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Winnipeg has a very good team as well. Who's on Winnipeg's lines? Actually, I'm not sure, but I think the Leafs might be ahead of Winnipeg.
I don't know.
To be fair, though, the Leafs are in an incredibly tough division.
Yeah.
Incredibly tough. Talk.
Anderson played pretty well.
Winnipeg. No, yeah, Winnipeg's higher than the Leafs. Oh no, we're not. No,
We're not higher.
We're higher. We're 4 points ahead.
We are higher.
They have one game in hand.
If only Line was as good as he said he is, then it'd
But-
probably be.
We're in the Eastern Atlantic.
Yeah.
And we're sitting third. And Winnipeg's in first in the Central
I wonder.
with 80 points.
I wonder if Winnipeg saw Line and was like, okay, this is our last key missing piece of the puzzle to finally get us a Stanley Cup.
For Winnipeg?
Yeah.
No.
No.
They weren't good before they had Line. That's why they got Line.
Yeah.
So it's not like they had a good team and
That's
they
why we got
tanked.
Matthews.
They just
Yeah.
built around him. So Patrick Laine is playing on a line with Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler. That's a pretty.
I thought
Filthy
I thought
line.
Scheifele's first line,
Dirty.
He is.
but you said that he could drop down to the third line.
Earlier this season when Laine was
Oh,
pointless
okay.
through 8 games or something like that, 10 games he got dropped down.
He's back up
Okay.
now.
I still remember the hype when Toronto got first round, or not first overall
First pick, yeah. Yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah, I was
I
at
saw
the
the
bar.
feature.
Yeah.
This is when my band was playing at Originals. And
Shout out the Pacifiers.
Shout out the Pacifiers. And we were
Hi, Connor.
in between sets.
Connor.
In between sets, and we were watching the draft lottery. And then we were sort of sitting there and we were just sort of chilling. And then it came on and we were all like freaking out. And then they announced that the Leafs got it. And then the whole bar erupted. Everyone was cheering and high-fiving each other. It was a bunch of drunk 50-year-old white guys just like, woo! Yes! Matthews!
Love it.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
That would be me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I loved
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna be as hyped when I'm older as I am now.
Oh,
Probably even
so.
more.
Yep.
We'll be able to afford tickets and we'll be going to Actually, no, we won't. We won't be able to afford
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah, that's gonna be appreciating.
All right, so that's hockey talk. Do we want to move on, or do we want to?
I have one thing to say about the first round overall, is not with Matthew's year, but with McDavid's year. I also remember so many people being like, we need to trade as many people as possible to get this first round pick of McDavid,
Oh yeah.
and everyone was like, but Toronto didn't do it.
no one should.
No,
have
well,
done.
no one.
Yeah, but
It's also really,
Edmonton would not give up
yeah,
that promising player.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did trade Gretzky once.
Yeah. Well, that was a
Everyone's
different-
always saying
that was
like,
different
people,
management.
People are always saying like, Edmonton has to be good. They can't trade away McDavid. Gretzky was traded. It's not like you can't trade away the best player in the league if they.
There's always a price.
Exactly.
there's always a price that can be paid.
Yeah.
Because, like, say if you had a team, so as an example, you have a team with Crosby, Ovechkin, Malkin, and they want those three for McDavid. Of course, you're gonna give McDavid away for all those three on one team. Like,
There's always a price.
yeah.
All right, what's next? What do we want to talk about next?
Hito Ray has a schedule.
I do have a schedule, but we were kind of I don't have like a schedule of what ones we're gonna do right after. I just have different topics. But, do we want to do the tips and tricks for university?
You can.
We can.
We can do anything.
We can do
We
whatever
can do
We can
anything.
do
It's
whatever
our
we
show.
want.
Okay. And then I can actually put these into a schedule, because I was gonna say we do tips and we have a couple topics ready for this. So basically, what we have is
I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be right back.
we have tips and tricks for university, ideal places to live. Overall, I just have Canada written down.
Pretty broad.
Yeah, pretty broad. So we're going to talk about Canada somehow. And then I have a question that I'm going to leave for the end. I'm not going to say what it is right now because
Okay.
I'll kind of defeat the purpose of the question.
All right.
But tips and tricks for university, as Andy is going and blowing his nose. Andy, do you have any tips and tricks for university?
Sure, once it comes back,
Sure, once
I
you
can do a little side talk.
do it.
So Seth MacFarlane is in a new show,
Is he act? Oh, yeah. Isn't it the
Orville.
yeah. Oh, is that the spinoff of, I thought,
It's like a Star Trek.
yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the
Yeah.
Star Trek spinoff.
Did you hear about that? Good talk. Sure, Seth MacFarlane's in a new show, like starring
we were talking
the Orville. Yeah, I just saw a commercial of it.
Does it look good? Because I never really got
It's
into
like a
any Star Trek
I
type
was
of...
never into Star Trek. I'm like a huge Star Wars fan, but like, we're up.
Is it just starting?
No, we're in the 7th.
Angelo and Andy are watching,
Watching the
the
Jays.
Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York
Love
Yankees
the Jays.
in...
I'm back.
All
So, our second topic is tips and tricks for university. And then I have, if you heard me talking about it, ideal place to live is next, and then Canada, and then our question, which we're not going to say the question yet.
Oh, you have a question written down?
I do have a question written
He
down.
wants to say, but he doesn't want to ask us it yet.
Okay, do you
Okay,
guys
go.
have any tips and tricks
Action.
for university?
Start it
Okay, now, do you guys have any tips and tricks for universities? For university, being
Universities,
at university.
universities should cost less.
Yeah, university should cost less.
Thanks, Doug Ford.
I'll think of some right now. I don't have one like on the top of my head at the moment, but do you guys?
I have one.
You have one? What is it?
I have one that is. Everyone always says it, and they always harp on how important it is, but it's. I didn't listen to it. It's so important to go to classes.
Yes.
If you're
Yeah.
struggling with your courses,
Yeah.
it's probably because you're not going to classes.
Yeah.
Facts.
That is my biggest issue.
That's probably the 70 to 80% factor of why.
Not
you're
for everyone though.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah,
that's
Like
what I
some
mean.
people like just read a textbook and they'll pull off 90s.
Yeah.
Just like because they're more textbook. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I need to see it to get it.
Yeah. If you are struggling in your courses, or if you're not getting the marks you want, and you're not going to
to
classes,
class.
that's the reason.
Go to class.
Just go to class because your prof will tell you this is gonna be on the midterm.
Yeah.
This is important.
Write it down.
And always go to review classes before midterms.
Yeah.
Study for midterms, exams.
Yeah.
Don't slack. Don't pull off a the day before thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've all done it.
I feel
Yep,
like
we've
we're
all
just
done
talking about where we go wrong.
Yeah.
It's not really
I'm
just
talking about my
tricks.
mess ups.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Enjoy it because it goes by really fast.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It
We're.
really does.
It feels like
We're
yesterday
veterans
we were
now.
in first year.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I remember reading, or not reading, but seeing online was something like, sleep more than you study more than you party, and party as much as you can for university. So that way, party as much as you can, but you're studying more than you're partying.
You need
You're
a
sleeping more than
balance.
you're
You need balance.
Yeah.
You can't just like study. You can't just party. You need to
Mm-hmm.
balance it out.
You can't just sleep.
Can't
just sleep.
as I sleep until 1 a.m. or 1
I've been good
p.m.
this year.
Yeah, but we're on a. This is a relax. We just went through our 2 midterms.
Yeah.
2 big midterms.
This is
It's
us
relaxed till finals
recovering.
now.
Yeah.
Well, for me
Yeah,
at least.
we
I don't have.
I have assignments and then
I
Have
have,
assignments, yeah.
I have a couple assignments, but basically it's relaxed till finals for me.
Yeah. And then I guess make as many friends as possible.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
Make as many friends as possible. Just like
just make friends.
just make friends that you can like be close to.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 5 or.
Yeah.
I prefer a closer circle.
I know it's
than
easier
like
said than done. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
finish.
done with what I have to say. I just prefer a close knit circle
Yeah.
rather than like, 20 friends that you can't ask to do
Yeah.
anything for.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though.
Because we have a close knit circle.
Very, very close knit. It's literally our roommates plus our few
Very
friends.
close.
Yeah.
Very open.
Yeah. Very open.
Very open.
Very
So,
open.
I was gonna say, don't be shy. I know it's easier
Yeah.
said than done.
Yeah, you gotta
But-
put yourself out there.
There's never been a point where I regret things that I've done.
Me neither.
I should regret some stuff, but live and learn. Like you're never gonna look back and say, "Oh, I wish I was didn't say hi to that one person." You're never gonna look back and be like, "Oh man, that time I got rejected by that girl or guy or whatever."
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, wish I didn't do that."
Yeah.
Just gotta go for it.
You're gonna think back when you don't do
Mhm.
it, right? So, anyway,
But if I would say
most of it.
like if you are like with your friends, yeah, find people that you are like really vibe with and just get close to them,
Just make friends.
Get
yeah,
close to
just get close to them.
He was gonna go for the upper arm, but then he decided to go for the hand.
I didn't think you were gonna move.
Me neither. This is really surprising.
That's
Just
totally
touching
gonna
the mic.
short
Yeah.
my mic.
Did it?
Let's see.
No. Oh.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We've been there.
Way to go, Mr. Ray.
But yeah, get close to your friends, like, cause these are friends like you'll probably
Yeah,
have
yeah,
with
keep
you
it a
for.
long time.
Really?
Mid-sentence, what?
Who's texting you?
My family.
Oh, your family.
I bought you guys. Nah, okay. Continue.
It's classified.
I bought you guys a bracelet yesterday. And I'm like,
It's a bracelet.
what?
A bracelet.
And that's from my dad too.
I don't
Oh,
I don't wear bracelets. I don't
Big
have
rock.
one bracelet. Do you have any bracelets?
I have watches, but that's not.
I
a
have
bracelet.
watches. I love watches. I don't have bracelets though. I don't think I'd wear one.
I would wear a bracelet if I
I
found
don't
one
know.
that I liked.
I'd prefer like a necklace or
I
like
prefer
a chain
watches
rather than a bracelet.
bracelets.
That's just me though.
And I used to be into necklaces when I was younger. I would always go somewhere like somewhere would say we went on vacation. I always get the little tacky necklace and wear it for probably about a week and then I'll
And then
lose it.
until it breaks. For me, it was always
Yeah.
until it broke.
I always do that and get like the henna tattoo.
I never
Until
got a
my
henna
arm
tattoo.
broke out
Yeah.
once.
Really?
I'm allergic to those.
Really?
Yeah, my arm like had a huge rash.
What is
after.
henna? Is it just like a marker?
It's a type of ink.
Yeah, it's
It's a
like
type of
temporary
ink that
ink.
like
Yeah.
stains your skin.
Yeah.
kinda.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't know what would happen if I get like a legit tattoo. I don't know if my skin like would react or
I'm sure
I
you
don't
can
know.
do a little tester.
Little dot.
Yeah,
Until we
just
get ours.
Like, well, yeah, I'm sure tattoo artists will be like they'll be weird
They'll-
if you have no reaction
yeah.
or something.
yeah.
Especially you, because you have like some allergy issues.
Yeah.
You're soon to be allergic to a lot of things.
Cats,
But
different animals.
I would say also with tips for university, kind of diversify.
Your crack knuckles came through on the mic.
Did it actually?
Yeah, I think so.
Diversify your friend group. Not in like
What does that even
I'm talking
mean?
about different personalities. Not just like
You seem like you have to like go through a whole paperwork process
Yeah.
for selecting friends.
Yeah.
Just like find
Yeah.
your friends.
you need to
You'll
go
run
through an
into
interview
them.
process.
I didn't think I'd be friends with Andy. I walked in, I thought Andy didn't like me.
Oh.
And everyone thought I didn't like them.
Everyone
are.
thought you hated
Yeah,
us.
everyone thought you, except for me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I thought you hated. A lot of people thought you hated them. I forget.
Who
was
thought I hated them? I hate a lot of people.
it? Yeah.
Except us. That we know of.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
tolerate each other.
Yeah. This friendship, our friendship is a lot.
It's just
of
I'm like you
tolerance.
though.
I feel like
I'm like friend wise. Like I
Yeah.
have my friends, and everyone else like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. That's why I
Yeah.
say I like a close knit circle. So
Yeah,
if anyone else
I
comes, I'm
agree.
like I have no desire because like I already have my friends. You know
Some
what I mean?
people are really cool. Like I'll meet people and I'll be
Yeah.
like, "You're really cool."
Yeah,
And if
like
we become
I'll be
friends,
nice and
great.
civil with them, absolutely.
I
But if, yeah,
don't-
we become
Yeah.
friends, that's okay. But I won't be like, oh my god, you're my best friend after like
Yeah.
the first time meeting you. You know?
I don't think that if we weren't
Oh my god.
oh my god. If we weren't in the same floor for res, I don't think we would be friends. Except for me and him.
Well, we didn't know him. That's fine.
Yeah. But I feel like
You just
no, but like
walk
even
past each
no,
other
but
on
yeah, like
campus.
even because we would have had
Hey, we're friends.
we would have had same classes together. There might have been an off
yeah,
chance
like
where
a
we've been in
1,000
the
people.
same.
Like,
Yeah, how many
it'd be
people-
first year Roz classes.
How
Yeah.
many people have you made friends with that have been in your classes? Like I'd
None.
say like
Yeah,
Noah.
none.
Other than like in my
Yeah, other
groups.
than Noah, other than our friend
I
Noah.
call him like a friend, but like not a like because we see him, we say, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, we
I never
whenever,
made a friend other than like having a group project.
Yeah.
Like you get to know them, but like never like you say hi to people, but like you never.
Even
Like,
in
But-
group projects, I don't
yeah.
think I can even think of a time where I've gone further.
yeah, I
with
haven't
a
been like
friend.
really,
But-
really, really close.
whenever we see Noah, we always strike up a conversation. We don't just like only when we're passing each other do we just say hey.
We never hung out with the dude though.
We never hung out with him, but whenever we like sit like where we're like we're just standing and we see him, we'll have like strike up a little conversation with him.
Yeah.
Because
Depends on who you are.
yeah.
I feel like my breathing is getting picked up. I'm just plugged up.
What about for courses? Like other than go to class, what else?
What do you mean? Courses you pick?
Like the
whatever you
type
gotta
of
do.
courses you take. Take what interests you.
Interested. Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
have to take whatever.
Well, you
Yeah.
can talk on that because you took film and hated it, didn't you?
Yeah, because the
And for background, Mike is trying to become
yeah
A
I
film
don't-
person.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say filmographer.
videographer.
Yeah, exactly.
Videographer, photographer, all that jazz. But the thing is that in university, it wasn't what I was looking for.
Also,
At
I
all.
find once you have to do something, like for me, I love playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if I took lessons or went to school for it, it'd be
Same.
a chore.
Same. That's what happened with me.
Yeah.
I took lessons for
Keep it
guitar
as a
for little
hobby.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your
But-
hobbies can like change into
Yeah.
Oh
jobs,
yeah,
but
for sure.
But that wasn't when I thought of those types of courses, I thought it was you have a camera in hand and you're going and working, but it's not. You're going to class. One class was contemporary cinema, and he made us. Well, not made us, but it was literally just we watched a movie and then we talk about it in class. Which it sounds a lot. It sounds a lot like I'm making it sound like it's a lot worse than it actually is. Because on paper, it's an easy class and it was an easy A, but it was an easy class but it was just so boring. It was so boring.
a lot of classes are boring.
Yeah, but that one was just like it just droned on because all you're talking about is that film. You're not really doing anything else. You're like the prof is just like, oh, but what about this scene with the acting and all this? And I'm just like, I don't care. like I watched the movie. I've done all the
Savage.
papers.
Fuck
So
life.
yeah,
I feel like university's gonna die off like in the future.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you look now, like everyone's like all like the top businessmen are saying like you don't need school, you don't need
Yeah,
like
but
I don't know. Personally, looking back, like I don't like it was worth it, yeah, but like what are you gonna like? You're gonna take a lot away from it. Like you're gonna remember like first year business math and
No,
microeconomics.
It's literally
It's for the it's for the
it's for
degree.
so you
Yeah.
get a job. Like you're not gonna get a
But a lot of companies
Good
are
job.
like
yeah,
without a university.
yeah.
I think
But I feel like knowledge wise, I don't think we're gonna come out of here knowing
Yeah.
so much more than we did
Maybe
coming out of high
start-
school instead of like other than life skills.
Maybe
Yeah.
for Mike and I, because we're doing accounting, so we have
Yeah.
to learn all this shit if
Yeah.
we want to become CPAs.
Yeah. But the thing is, what
You're
I'm
not
thinking,
getting your CPA though, are you?
I'm not doing my CPA.
Yeah.
though. I'm just getting my
for
accounting
me.
degree.
Yeah, for you.
Because I won't need if I'm starting my own business, I technically don't need a CPA degree to do my own accounting.
You don't need anything.
you don't need
Yeah,
anything.
you don't need anything. You
just
just
need to
do
know
your
how to
own.
do
Yeah.
You
But
only need a CPA if you're working for like a
firm.
yeah, for a firm, it's just
If you want
that-
to start your own firm, then you need like
But I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping until I get enough income where I can just outsource my accounting to another person, and then I won't really even need it all too much. But I'm doing it more for the one thing that I will definitely take away from this is not like everything that we learn about. Okay, this is the profitability ratio, and I'm gonna put this towards my degree. I'm more taking this for like the business sense. So like the small little intricacies that you learn in class, like the small stuff, like the one class with Rob McLean where he talks about his.
So that's a class like where you can take away stuff
Yeah,
from.
I'm talking about
There's
like
some classes where
yeah.
you can do that. Yeah,
I'm gonna take more away the real world tips and tricks that I've learned from all
than
my
the formulas.
yeah than the formulas.
My biggest thing with university was learning how to learn.
Yeah, you learn how to like learn better. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, like you.
Yeah.
It's like it's more on your own than high school. You got no one tells you when things are due. You're all on
Yeah.
your own. Like, yeah, that's one of the biggest things
Yeah.
I'd say that you take away from.
Anyway, I think we've milked this one dry.
Yeah.
We'll stop beating the dead horse.
I love school.
Yes, we love it here, University of Guelph.
I do
Please
love it.
don't kick us
I
out.
it has taught me that I
What did
love
you
it.
say?
So please don't kick us out.
It has made me
This is pointless. I don't want to be here.
it has made me learn how to, or not learn, but like to live on my own.
Yeah, I love it.
I like living on my own.
Yeah, I like living with you guys.
I like living with you guys too.
I like it.
I tolerate it.
I tolerate
All right.
enough.
What's
Next,
The next one is ideal places to live.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canada troll.
Canada with a summer home in Florida.
Really?
Mm.
Florida.
A summer
Aruba.
home or a winter home?
Winter home, sorry.
Winter home. Yeah.
Like a winter home for the.
Yeah.
You know how many people in Aruba? How many like Americans and Canadians like have
Oh,
like
yeah.
winter homes there?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Well,
Like so many of their population is just based off like people just like having their own like vacation home there.
Same with Mexico. When I went on vacation in Cancun, it's a wide place for Canadians to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canadians Americans like make
Yeah.
up there, and you know there's no homeless people there. If you're homeless, the government pays you to
welfare.
like welfare and stuff because they don't want the tourists seeing homeless people.
Yeah.
So like there's not one homeless person.
But
on
they
the
don't
street
mind
there.
about the dead bodies in the streets from the cartels.
Not in Aruba. There's like zero
No,
crime
I
in
know. I'm
Aruba.
talking about
Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when
But-
Oh yeah, the amount of army like vehicles I've seen and people all suited out with their ARs and everything. Like it was shocking.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we went to Acapulco. And
What?
It was almost like Jack's name.
Oh, I know. There's a guy in New York, Zach Zechner.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was
that's a friend of ours.
Anyways,
Yeah, when I went to Acapulco, they told us you'll be fine. Just don't leave our property.
Yeah.
As soon as you leave, we'll guarantee your safety here,
Yeah.
but don't leave.
Yeah, that's
were
a lot of
there
places.
were there like
Yeah,
security
there
at
were
the
guards,
front?
armed guards, etc. Yeah.
With like Aruba, you leave like how many times like we left, like everyone's on the street. It's so safe. That's like a nice thing about it compared to like other things like Mexico or like
There was one street on
Punta
Mexico.
Cana.
where
Like there's
Mexico
nothing to
was
do once you leave.
Yeah.
Or you can't guarantee your safety.
Well, in Mexico, there's the city that we went to, Playa del Carmen. Since there's so many tourists, it's pretty safe to go around and walk in, because
I wouldn't feel comfortable walking around Mexico unless you do like a
well, it was
tourist thing.
it was
like
a
attraction.
touristy street. That's the thing.
Ah,
Literally, gift shops on every other store was a gift shop.
yeah,
So,
true.
but it was one of those gift shops where it was a gigantic store, but every single store had the exact same stuff. The very back always had like their tequila wall and alcohol wall. Like it was all the same. So, but
Solid.
I would love to live in. These are the places I would love to live. I would love to live. I would live here. I'd still live here.
Yeah, I'm not moving here.
Guelph or
No, like
No, I would live back home.
I wouldn't live in like secluded area though.
Yeah, I could.
Like where you live,
I could.
couldn't.
I could live in a
in the
secluded area.
Woods, I couldn't.
I would definitely live back home. I would definitely move to BC for like a couple years or something. I would.
why?
I don't know. I like that type of just the atmosphere around BC. I really like it, but it's expensive to live there.
What's
That's
the
the problem.
atmosphere? Have you ever been?
It's expensive.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Vancouver.
I've been there. It's like I'm probably just thinking just based off the touristy type of things, like the mountains and all that, but
Oh, it's like
that's where
It's
you live.
beautiful.
Like
I've never been.
if you live in a city by that mountain, that's kind of like your life.
BC is great. Vancouver.
You've lived in BC for a little bit, right? No?
Never.
Oh, I'm thinking of
I've-
someone else then.
Yours says family.
Yeah,
my whole
that's what it
family's
is.
there, so yeah, my entire family, both sides, live in BC, and then my mom and dad moved to Toronto when they were younger
Mhm.
for work, for my dad's work, and BC is fantastic, beautiful. I would argue, depending on what you're looking for, it's the most beautiful place in Canada.
Apparently that like in Canada, like on
Scenic wise.
Yeah,
scenic wise, yeah, but apparently the like the most ideal place to live is Kingston, in Canada.
Kingston?
Yeah,
What's it there?
it's like it's apparently
It's
like
a farm town.
no, it's not.
it's not a
big.
farm town. It's actually pretty big. That's where Queens is.
It's a
Yeah.
university town.
I've
Um,
been I've been there for hockey and stuff. It just looks like
It's
a farm town.
But it's
What?
what's it? I just touched it.
It's a
like-
very livable city because it's small,
Yeah.
but it has all the amenities. You can go to an OHL game, and
Yeah.
like they're big games,
Mhm.
and it's sort of
University
like
town.
like one of the best places to live in
Well,
Canada.
the
That's
most
what
livable-
online says.
livability, the livability index, whatever you want to say. Vancouver still is like up there, one of the tops.
Guelph
only
is-
issue with-
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say the only issue with Vancouver is prices.
Yeah,
And-
Yeah.
They have a massive homeless issue.
Really?
Yeah, they have like Skid Row, and it's well, like one of the reasons is because it's the only place in Canada where you can really be homeless. Everywhere else, it's
That's
sub-zero
true.
temperatures in the winter. You can't live outside,
Oh.
right? In
Yeah.
in Vancouver, it's always rarely does it go below zero.
So I'm on if it'll load. I'm on it's called moneysense.com and best places to live in Canada. Oakville is number 1.
Phil.
Ottawa's number 2. Russell, I don't know where that is.
That's
Ontario, yeah.
Saint Bruno de
Yeah.
Montréal.
In Quebec.
Laco.
Yeah, Lacombe
Search-
in Alberta. Milton, Ontario is number 6.
Guelph is the safest city in Canada.
Safest?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's becoming a commuter city for Toronto because
Yeah.
people can afford
It's the
Toronto
safest
prices.
city with an S.
City with an S.
He typed in city with an S. Yeah,
Sa-
Guelph was ranked the top,
McLean's.
the safest city last year. In
Is that Guelph?
Canada.
Oh, Gondola Point, New Brunswick. Where is the list? Number 1. What are all these places?
I learned about it in class in my crime and
Oh, shit.
Rothsay? When was this? Do you have
Most
it?
livable cities, Calgary.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is this is CNN.
This is McLean's one right here. And it's saying Rothsay and Quizpamis.
And I read Guelph.
Okay,
I got a quiz
so
on it too. Guelph was like the safest based off whatever.
CNN says the most livable city. Oh, Melbourne
Melbourne?
was number 1.
I do want to go. I want to live in Melbourne for a little bit, or anywhere in Australia for a little bit. I want to experience life there.
I want to go to Australia. I don't know if I wouldn't live anywhere else. I'd travel there.
Mm-hmm.
Osaka and Tokyo are in the top 10 from both Japan. Here we go. Most livable cities for 2018 was Vienna, Austria, number 1. I've been to Vienna. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I don't know about livability. I was only there for a few days, but
Yeah.
number 2 is Melbourne. Number 3 is Osaka. Number 4 is Calgary,
Where's Osaka?
Calgary.
Japan.
Really?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Japan?
Number 5 is Sydney. Number 6 is Vancouver. Number 7 is a tie between Toronto and Tokyo. Number 9 is
Wow.
Copenhagen, and number 10 is Adelaide.
This is the best
Worldwide.
place-
This is
Most
CNN.
livable.
So this, or I don't know if they probably took this from somewhere else, but most livable cities. I don't know
Based
what.
off what though?
Don't know what metric. Let's see up top here. It was from The Economist.
The Economist.
They do a lot of rankings of they like the intelligence unit, global livability index.
Well, speaking of Canada,
Mm-hmm.
our next topic is literally just Canada.
Canadianisms.
Yeah, we were talking about things like a boot and oot and a boot and things like a and
So I pulled up a list here of
all the-
Canadianisms. So we're gonna go through them and sort of pick out
Rights
which
and
ones
wrongs.
are actually accurate
mm-hmm.
and which ones are sort of
false.
yeah. So I'm gonna go down. They've done the favor, or they've done me a favor by organizing these. So we'll go expressions first.
Okay.
A.
Correct.
I do say A a
I
lot.
say A a lot.
Yeah. Eh?
We all say
Mhm.
Yes.
A. Canuck. We don't really
What is a
say it,
Canuck?
but Canuck is like Canadian.
Oh, that's more like you're thinking of
If you're a
Van-
Canuck,
like-
you're a Canadian. That's
Yeah.
a good nickname.
but when I say that, I associate it with like Vancouver Canucks, and
I never
like
say
you're
Canuck
from
unless I'm
Vancouver.
talking about the hockey team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, same. But
Yeah.
it's like you remember, well, we won't remember, but have you ever heard of the Crazy Canucks?
No.
In like the 80s, there was the Canadian ski team, and they were insane. Like a lot of skiers generally play it safe, not
Yeah.
to play it safe, but they were like the downhill giants slalom.
Yeah.
And they were like, they would go over jumps where people wouldn't.
Really?
Like, they would go so slow over the jump because like, but no, the Canuck, like the ski team would just go full
Really?
like, straight line down the hill as fast as possible, and they got the nickname the Crazy Canucks.
Wow.
There's a Captain Canuck superhero.
Oh really?
It's a thing.
What was
That's
that
great.
from the Captain Canuck? I'm trying to think of where that's from. Because that name sounds very familiar. Hold on. Captain Canuck.
Should make a movie.
Canadian comic book. Is it? It's not a Marvel thing, is it?
I don't know.
I would love to see a Captain Canuck Marvel movie.
Could you imagine? Only released in Canada.
Only released in Canada. Best because
Oh,
best sales will be
worldwide.
from Canada.
All right, are we gonna keep moving on with these?
Well, with the X-Men, there is a Canadian version of the Canadian team of the X-Men.
Is there?
When they cross the border, it happened in Logan. Like you don't see the team, but that's what everyone's hinting at. When at the end of Logan, the kids. I'm gonna spoil now this, aren't I?
I don't know.
It's
Logan's
been
been
out
out
for
for
three,
like
but yeah, for a couple of years. So if you haven't seen it, then
Here, we'll
That's
put
used
we'll
to
put
be
the
the-
time code on the YouTube video. If you're on SoundCloud, just skip ahead. We'll
Yeah.
put the time code of when we stop talking
No,
about it.
you can say it.
I'll just say it. It's
Just
been
say it.
out for like 2 years now.
It's not a
so,
spoiler.
but they crossed the border to Canada, and what everyone's hinting at for the next movie is that that's when you're gonna start meeting the Canadian,
Well, they're rebooting
X-Men
the X-Men
team.
now, so
because there is a Canadian X-Men team.
that franchise also doesn't exist anymore.
The X-Men,
Like, yeah, they're Marvel's taking over and they're restarting it.
but they're probably still gonna call it the. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm
but I
saying, like,
thought-
any like
Fox still has
foreshadows won't
13.
exist.
Fox still has 13. What was it 13 years of movies? Of that are still in the process that they have that in their contract Marvel has, or not Marvel, but Fox needs to finish before Marvel takes control.
I didn't know that.
So there's like a certain brand, like a certain amount, because they already invested this much time into setting up in pre-production for all these movies. Because with a movie that has a lot of CG, you have to have a lot of pre-production for it, because you can't. You have to
Oh, I
create
know.
color scripts and all that just to be able to get the right, like, everything. So they still have 13 years of movies that need to come out, because they're already invested so much money in, and as soon as those movies are done, that's when, because you still have like the Dark Phoenix coming out and all that. So
All right, next.
Canada.
Next expression: clicks, meaning kilometers.
I never say clicks.
I
When you say clicks, I think
like
of
14 clicks, or it's 2 clicks.
I don't say
know.
that, but when you say click, I think of like
I
a
just say
group.
K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14K.
3K away.
14K, yeah.
Hoser.
Hoser?
Hoser.
I've heard that before.
Hoser.
I've heard that. I've heard that a
I've
lot.
I've heard you say that before.
I say that a lot.
What does that even mean?
It's like a duster.
Which
That's
is
the best.
another.
That's the best. That's the
it's
best
just
thing
like
of saying
a
it.
loser,
Okay.
an idiot,
Hoser.
like a dumbass kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hoser.
Keener,
I've no.
like a brown noser. You've never heard Keener?
I've never heard
I've
Keener.
Keener
You've
either.
never heard Keener?
No, sir.
I think that's more like an
Jesus,
East
such a
Coast
What's a Keener?
or West Coast.
Keener. It's just like you're keen on something, or like you're
That sounds like what's it,
What is
Vancouver,
this
BC
slang?
type of.
maybe my parents say that.
That,
I never heard it.
I feel like that's more like BC.
Keener. No, I've definitely heard that.
Wasteman?
Waste
Waste
man.
man. Never heard that one. A kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
I love that word.
That's Canadian only?
I love that word. Yeah, apparently.
Kerfuffle. Wow.
Kerfuffle.
Okay.
Molson muscle. I've
Molson
heard
muscle.
that once.
I've never heard that.
What is that even supposed
Beer
to be?
belly.
Molson?
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that funny? I love
That's
that.
funny.
Line of people or a queue.
I know when I hear a lineup, I just think of the haircut. That's all I think.
What?
That a lineup.
We get a fresh lineup.
What the fuck?
You never heard of a
You ever
lineup?
heard of a fresh lineup?
Does it look like I do? No. What is it?
Just like you
It's
line
a
it
haircut.
up. Just like, you know.
Oh, it like
With
just
your
clean it
barber,
up?
like,
Yeah.
give me a fresh
Oh,
lineup.
okay. Lineup is like we're lined up for something. Like we're in line.
Oh, okay. That then.
It's a lineup.
Okay, then yeah.
People
Yeah.
call it a queue or
Yeah, Americans call it a Q.
No, British people call it a queue.
British
It's a
people call
queue.
it.
I think Americans. Call
Because
it
yeah,
a
I guess when you say yeah, we're lined up for
Maybe just like
Okay.
we're lined up.
Apparently, for sure is a Canadian.
for sure.
Like,
For sure.
Are you going to this party? For sure.
That's Canadian.
I can see that
Apparently.
being
Definitely.
Canadian, but
Mickey 2-4.
yeah, those are Canadian.
Bum is apparently Canadian.
Bum.
Bum,
Apparently.
like a bum, like a homeless.
No. Bum is in like your ass.
Bum is Canadian.
Apparently, arse, bum.
That's probably North American.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Back bacon. It's Canadian.
Female
Yeah,
bacon.
that's Canadian.
Icing sugar.
Really?
Apparently, they call it powdered sugar. Or it's
Oh, yeah.
convection sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitener.
Whitener.
Like
It's
teeth
like
whitener.
dairy creamer, but like it's the
Oh.
powdered.
I drink my coffee black, so
But you know what whitener is.
I know what creamer is. I never heard of it being called whitener.
Processed cheese.
That's Canadian.
Well, because they call it American cheese. Chocolate bar, they call it a candy bar. Brown bread, we call it whole wheat bread.
Yes, we still say brown.
Yeah.
I say brown. more
I
than
say
whole
I
wheat.
say
Really?
whole wheat. I say whole wheat.
I always say whole wheat.
I say brown.
How do you guys? Okay, I don't really know about this one because I don't know what I guess I would do. Okay, 3% milk or 3.5, whatever the percentage is. What do you call it?
I just say
I
2%.
just say
I
milk.
just say milk.
No, but what? No, but like so there's 1%,
I never-
2%, 3.25%.
I never buy 3.25%.
No, I know, but what do you call it?
I just say 2%
Just say
milk.
milk.
You don't call it whole milk?
No.
Homo milk?
No.
No.
Gee.
I just say
never
I
heard
well
that?
I only buy 2%, so I've only
Yeah,
had to say like
I
I
only
just
buy
1%
1%.
milk.
Ryan Ginger is Canadian.
Ryan Ginger?
Ryan Ginger is a ginger ale and rye. Canadian
Ryan Ginger.
ale.
Oh.
All right, academic. So this is academic. Speak.
So like,
Apparently, we say we're going to write a test, and Americans say they're going to take a test.
oh come on.
Who cares? So
When
like
invigilating an exam.
Yeah,
call it
invigilators.
proctoring an exam.
Yeah.
individuality.
Tutor.
What do they call it?
Helper.
What? Helper.
Helper.
Recitation.
Recitation.
Apparently. Or sorry, I'm dyslexic. Tutorial. Is a recitation.
How do you get recitation from tutorial?
No, it wasn't tutor. It was tutorial. It's
Oh.
a recitation.
I never say tutorial.
As I spill my beer. We call supply teacher substitute teacher.
I
I
say
call her.
supply.
Yeah, we say
call
supply.
There's like a supply. Like, oh my god, we have a supply,
we
not a
say,
sub.
We play
Yeah.
supply. We say they say sub or they say substitute. We say supply.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Okay.
were saying we say sub.
We say college. They say community college because their universities are community or their universities are colleges.
And ours is.
Are we comparing Americans?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah.
Yeah, they just say college. Yeah, they say college. Even though it's university of whatever, they just say college.
Yeah.
You
They
go to
we call
college.
them eavesdrops. They just call them gutters.
You getters.
Yeah.
Yeah, eavesdrop.
Elastics.
Rubber bands?
Rubber bands.
They say
Oh,
rubber
okay.
bands.
Girl guide. We have girl guides. They have Girl Scouts.
Really?
We have Girl Scouts, don't we?
No, the Girl Guides.
We have grow guides.
Girl Guides
I don't
Canada.
know.
House coat.
What do they call it?
Robe.
Okay.
We call it hydro. They call it electricity. A serviette.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like the names. I don't like it being called serviettes. I
It's just
I
a lot.
find
That's
it such
such
a
a weird
weird
thing to
name.
hate.
I just
You're
don't like the
shivering.
name.
I hate it.
Well, it's cold in here too, so I don't like the name. It's such a weird like word, serviettes.
Washroom. They call it a bathroom.
I call it a bathroom.
Call it a washroom.
I say washroom.
Yeah.
Or the I say bathroom. I say washroom.
Foods you'll only find in Canada: beaver tails,
Oh yeah.
poutine, ketchup chips, vinegar on fries, butter tarts.
Vinegar on fries.
Yeah, it's a Canadian.
That's
Really?
so common.
Oh no, I've
Oh,
had
you're
it, but I'm
saying-
just saying that
sorry.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Canadian thing.
I thought you were saying what?
No.
Apparently, butter tarts, Nanaimo bars,
Yep.
tortilla,
What was the last one?
Nanaimo bars.
Then I.
You've never had a Nanaimo bar? They're so delicious.
They're pretty good, yeah.
They're so delicious. It's like it's nuts, chocolate, like icing. It's like cream cheese? Is it cream cheese icing?
I'll look it up.
And then chocolate. It's chocolate covered nuts. I think it's a cream cheese icing or something like that. And then chocolate on top. They're so good.
So for this Nanaimo bar recipe, it's what's it?
It's just gonna tell you how to make it, which is just like eggs,
Butter, white sugar, unsweetened cocoa powder, eggs, graham crackers, coconut, chopped
it's
almonds,
coconut,
heavy cream,
nuts.
custard powder.
Oh, it's like a custard
Yeah.
type of thing. But it's
confectioner's sugar, which is probably just icing sugar.
So good. That's icing sugar. That's what I was. Confection sugar.
Baking chocolate and then butter, more butter,
You
so
gonna
much
read how to
butter,
Make it now?
lots of butter, huh?
So you're gonna read how to make it now?
Oh yeah, okay, ready?
Yeah.
So step one,
Shut up. No.
in the top of the
No.
double boil.
No, I'm muting your mic. Other food is tortilla.
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 Tortilla. I don't know what that
What's a
is.
tortilla?
Meat pie.
Meat pie, like a shepherd's
crepe?
pie.
No, it's shepherd's pie, but with without potatoes on top. It's
What's on top?
Never had
it's
it.
pastry.
I love shepherd's pie.
Oh,
You would like it. It's just
I'd probably like it. Yeah.
I like food.
it's
Yeah.
it's a real like if you have a real it's French Canadian, and it's so good. I have it every Christmas Eve.
I gotta
Yeah,
try it.
Christmas Eve dinner.
What about you like?
Poutine,
What?
What about you like?
What do you like?
like a hippopotamus.
Oh,
You gotta play the clip.
there's a
Have you ever
story
seen
in it.
Angie eat? He eats like a fucking hippopotamus.
Jay's
Milk
just
in a
won.
bag.
That is the
People
one
don't
thing
have
that
milk in a bag.
everyone is
Jay's
just
just
like.
won. Jay's just won.
Really?
Jay's just won. Anyways,
Milk in a bag that is everything is the one thing that the whole world.
It's
is-
not even just all of Canada.
It's the whole. It's no, but like Canada is.
are we the only ones
It's
that
like
do that?
like the primary. Yeah, we're like the only ones that bag milk.
But it's not even Canada. It's just Ontario and Quebec.
Really?
I feel like it's not very good for the environment that we do that.
Well, it's otherwise it's plastic containers.
Yeah. Either
I
way.
just do.
Cardboard or
I was
plastic.
gonna say
containers.
cardboard.
But even that, like,
We're using
no,
plastic.
that's not cardboard. That's plastic.
Yeah.
Because it's a paper material that has a plastic lining, so
Yeah.
that has to be thrown in the trash. It's like you can't throw coffee cups out like Starbucks or Tim's coffee cups. You have to throw those.
Also,
in
the
the
2% ones that come in like the.
I remember-
Not 2%, like
No, yeah,
the milk
same
ones that
thing.
come in. Okay.
They're a plastic
Where you
line,
like
so you
open
can't
it up and
recycle.
fold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember having an exchange student in one of my groups for last year or no last semester, and one of the biggest things that he said, because they took him to go shopping on like the first day. First day there, they said, okay, we're gonna go to Walmart, we're gonna shop for food. And the one thing that all of them were like just completely floored by and just like so weirded out by was bag milk.
Well, think about it. It's pretty trippy.
Yeah.
Imagine like you have it in a container. It's like,
Yeah.
how do you use this bag?
Like
They don't know they're supposed to have a container.
He even said that the one thing he will not do is he will not buy bag milk.
I think it actually is better for the environment because
Yeah.
there's less waste. Or I don't know about
Less-
environmental
but not-
reasons, but it's
oh.
cheaper.
Not less
It is
waste,
cheaper.
but
It's
probably
cheaper.
easier to recycle.
You can't recycle it. It's garbage.
Plastic?
Plastic.
Yeah, you recycle plastic.
No, it's like a
No.
plastic bag.
Yeah.
You can't recycle it. It's garbage.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You can
you
recycle,
recycle
like
your
hard
bag milk?
plastics.
Sometimes. No, actually, no. We throw it out.
All right, we got a couple more here. Where was I? Oh yeah, Smarties.
Yeah.
Crispy Crunch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Coffee Crisp.
Yeah.
Caramel.
I feel like these are
Shreddies.
American things too. They
No.
have coffee crisp.
What was it? Crunch.
Captain or Crispy Crunch.
Crispy Crunch and
Coffee Crisp.
Coffee Crisp are solely Canadian. And so
Caramel.
is Smarties.
And caramel.
I didn't know caramel was only Canadian.
What's Cadbury?
Cadbury's Canadian?
I don't know.
Cadbury's
I thought Cadbury was a part of Hershey.
I don't know what they're a part of.
Cadbury.
It's a chocolate though, I think.
Because I know Hershey basically owns like
Cadbury is
70% of it.
English. British.
English.
From the UK.
British.
I know that Hershey owns like 70% of like the candy brands as chocolate wise.
Imagine being the owner of Hershey's.
Yeah.
Ever been to the one in Niagara?
No.
The Hershey store?
No.
So good.
Yeah. And Shreddies apparently are the only other.
Shreddies, I've seen Shreddies just like in Canada, not in.
And then we have like apparently 5-pin bowling isn't a thing anymore. But
Really?
I've never
rarely see
bowled
5-pin.
anywhere other than Canada, so
I see
wouldn't
10.
know.
I've seen 5-pin and I see 10-pin.
Yeah, you're right. Mounties, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toonies.
Toonies,
Loonies
loonies.
and-
Loonies and Toonies, obviously. Dukes. No one calls it a toque. They just call it a cap or a hat
Yeah.
or a beanie.
Yeah.
I'll call
We
it a
still
hat
say
or a
beanie.
toque.
I still say beanie.
And then popular media is
I
David
still
Wilcox, The Tragically Hip, Bare Naked
Bob
Ladies, McLean,
CBC.
McLean
you-
and McLean.
Do you guys remember that the golden age of of Canadian commercials with the House Hippopotamus and the what was it, that one commercial with the kid running to the ice cream truck and the couple kids
Sorry. That was the kid running away from those girls that were
Yeah.
trying to kiss him.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it wasn't it a
It was a health ad.
Yeah, it was about,
like
like,
for public
yeah.
health.
It was about like childhood obesity.
Yeah. I was like, I remember watching that. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like looking back on it, I'm like, I realize what it's about.
That commercial just scared the crap out of
The
me.
one with the girls running after
Just the
dude.
music just scared the crap out of me, and like just I just would scare the crap out of me.
No, I
As a
agree.
child.
That was weird. I'm gonna.
Or there was one where it was like, if you have like a headache or stuff, like it was just telling you to call 911. It was just a black screen with like writing with this like intense music. It used to scare the living crap out of me. I used to be really scared as a child.
But yeah, I remember the House Hippopotamus. I remember
Yeah.
that one, and then the Sleep Country ad. Sleep Country, Canada. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? Ding.
What was it? Youth obesity ad?
It wasn't even English in the music.
You find the House Hippo one? Oh, fun.
Golden age of advertising. Canadian. Oh, this is like old.
But I love that House Hippo one.
Yeah. The Canadian House Hippo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was so clever, and I fell for it. I'm like, Mom, I want a House Hippo.
I'm trying to find it.
I found it.
Found it? CCA Chase, the Chase, yeah. That one, yeah.
Oh my god, nostalgia.
They're
younger than I thought they were. This is assault today. He's having a heart attack. He's grabbing his chest. And they all give him,
Yeah, they all give him a kiss.
that's rape.
Stay fit. Because you never know.
Looking back on that, that's
Conserve
fantastic.
children's advertisers.
What kind of commercials do we used to have?
The House Hippo. I don't watch Mike Pope.
Canadian House
Weird
Hippo?
commercials.
I feel like everyone has their little.
Oh yeah, free healthcare. It's a Canadian thing too, but not all. No, like it has free
Yeah, what's
healthcare.
another Canadian thing? Free healthcare. Well, actually, it's just a non-American thing.
In a kitchen just like yours, all is quiet. Or is it?
Oh my god.
The North American house
Hippo.
hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips.
Aren't Fritos like the
crumbs from peanut butter
what's it?
on toast.
The what are they called? The Frito chips.
Hickory?
No, like they're called Fritos. They're literally called like Fritos. Yeah, I think those are Canadian.
Very soft and warm.
I don't know.
House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
Mike, I'm sending you this link.
Real. But you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good ads.
Here, I'm
Concerned
sending you. I
children's
found a
advertisers.
playlist. Here, look at your messenger. Go to your messenger.
Hold on.
I sent you a link with a playlist of all of them.
Oh,
one's
do you
smart as
remember
you.
that
Yeah,
one?
play that,
Oh
play
my god.
Hey,
So
what you watching? Me? I'm just a TV. I mean, I'm not even human.
Why'd they make him?
You've got the remote control.
Why'd they
You
give
can
him a
change channels
New
if
Yorker
you don't like
accent?
what you're watching. You can flick me on and off, and on and off. And you, whoa, I'm getting dizzy. You see?
I
You're
remember
smarter
this.
than me. You
Yeah.
can choose from all kinds of neat stuff. Funny shows, nature shows, shows about people all over the world. Ouch. In real life, you know, that would hurt. You get to learn how to make stuff.
Oh, I remember this one. Don't put it in your mouth.
I don't get to do any of this stuff. I'm just the TV
Was
that
it?
plays
Oh,
it
they might be
for
here for the
you.
bomb drop.
Yep,
Is that today?
Yeah. All right, let's pause the podcast. We'll be back in a sec.
Why do you think your
Don't
mom
put
and
it in
dad
your
were always
mouth.
telling you, don't put that in your mouth? Let's find out.
Hi, Liz. Why are we on television anyway? We're here to tell a little story about why you shouldn't put things into your mouth when you don't know what they are, and why you should never take anything a stranger
This is a
tries to give
Winnipeg
you.
commercial.
Why not? Because if you ate somebody else's medicine, some bad food, or some poison, you could get very sick. Ugh, I don't want to be sick. And that's why before you eat anything, you should always ask someone you love if it's okay.
Okay, I love you. Can I eat the guitar?
No, but you can help me sing a song about eating things that don't belong inside you.
Okay, I wasn't really hungry anyway. But wait, maybe a little bit.
Okay, everybody. If you see something
Our
that you
childhood
wanna
ads were
eat,
just meant to
Oh, I know.
petrify us, just scare the hell out of us so we don't
They
do
did.
anything.
They did a good job.
Put it in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you stuff it in your face. Don't you
Is this the
stuff
part
it
of
in
the
your
podcast?
face.
Yeah.
It might look good to eat. Oh, it might look
Interesting.
good to eat. And it might look good to taste.
And it might look good to
Those
taste.
things are petrifying. Look
know.
at them.
Get sick. Ick,
Oh my god, what the hell is happening?
real sick, real.
Did the government just think like
Don't you put it
these
in
are
your
good looking, or
mouth.
were the
I
point
guess
to try
so.
to make them ugly?
Till you ask someone
Who was
you
prime
love.
minister in 1993?
I don't know.
If it's okay to eat, if it's okay to eat, like a muffin or a beet.
Like a muffin or a beer.
A beat?
Yeah.
Hey kid, eat my beats. Is
Poison girls.
it Dwight Schrute?
It in your
know this one?
mouth. Yeah, I remember this one.
You said it was in Winnipeg.
I know, but I remember watching it.
don't put it in your mouth.
It came to.
Mulroney.
Remember, boys,
Ryan
and girls,
Mulroney?
never take
Was
anything
it
from a
Mulroney?
stranger, and don't put things in your mouth when you don't know
79.
what they are. If you eat somebody
18th
else's
prime minister.
medicine,
Who the hell's that?
It's a tiger.
or some poison,
The tiger looks like it has. What the hell? That's not a tiger.
That's a tiger
get very sick.
or a lion.
Always ask someone you love before you put anything in your mouth.
The tiger looks like it has cancer.
Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! Like 1993 like
We had 3
graphic.
prime ministers in '93. How does this?
We had 3.
Was it the one woman?
Oh, what? But I
We
thought
had a woman, yeah.
no.
That was
didn't-
she recused herself after
Yeah.
like 8 months or something.
and Mulroney. There was a scandal with Mulroney, I think, or something like
No, I
that.
think it was what happened was
No,
Mulroney
Mulroney was prime minister from
Mulroney was the
1984
incumbent.
to '93.
he was the incumbent, and then he lost to the woman. The
Yeah.
woman. What
Kim
was her name,
Campbell.
sorry?
Kim Campbell.
Yeah, Kim Campbell.
And then John
she,
Chrétien.
She had a scandal or something.
Yeah,
and she
June
recused
and November.
herself,
Hey,
and
what you
then
watching?
Chrétien took over.
Yeah. And then John.
I never knew we had a
Chrétien.
female prime minister.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad. She was awful.
Look
Oh.
past, that's why.
I remember. This is the most memorable ad from.
Just a heads up, we've been going for over an hour.
Yeah.
Over an hour and 40.
Yeah.
An hour and 4 minutes. So we'll wrap it up soon.
Which one is it? It was the old hobby commercial. You know where you like it's.
Who's bouncing?
It's like
Who's shaking
me.
the table?
It's me.
Awkward silence.
Where is it? I'm trying to find it.
Are you watching there, Ange? Is that Ninja?
Yeah. I was
He's
just
got the
scrolling
banana
through.
skin?
Yeah, him and a couple of they're all wearing it. We should do that.
I might get
We
that
have to
one.
win it first. Or get it.
Maybe on sale today.
Alright, I'm going to look up.
Are we closing or what are we doing?
We have one more question.
Oh, right. Mike has a question for us. So we'll end it with your question, Mike.
Okay, so I can't find the hobby, but it's the
we just wanna start
the
looking.
commercial, but it's the commercial where it's like what's it? You had like the kid playing the tuba on the bus. You had,
I remember
You know
that.
what I'm talking about?
I remember
the
that
one.
one.
Kid, the one kid that collected bugs. The one
Yeah.
kid that just
I don't
played
remember.
guitar on the lawn.
I remember that.
No, I don't remember.
Other one that just the girl that did karate and everything. No.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't remember.
You'll remember it
If
when
I
you see
saw
it.
it, I
When you see it,
remember
you'll
it.
remember it. It's like one of the
remember
most
it.
iconic ads. But the question I have is, how long would you last in a zombie apocalypse?
Jeez.
And you were saying a good point when we originally were looking through questions to ask. You said that everyone would think that they would like to, or that they would live.
Yeah, I think everyone would like to think that they would survive the longest.
They would survive. Yeah.
I think.
Well,
I feel like.
where does the zombie apocalypse start?
Say
Right
it starts.
now,
It
right
starts
now.
like right this second.
Where? Like.
In Toronto. Say there was. You
Are
see
we
in the
assuming
news,
everyone
breaking
in Toronto's
news.
dead?
No, it's happening right now.
Okay.
So we're talking about.
Is it only start in Toronto, like, or is there start? Does it start anywhere else in the world?
Let's just assume it's starting in Toronto, and we have to figure it. So
Yeah.
some zombie was walking around
Okay, there's-
downtown, shoots
yeah.
someone.
Starting in Toronto. CN Tower, right, as an example. For
It's downtown Toronto.
downtown Toronto. Zombie
Okay.
is latching on, and it starts.
I would say I would go home to Toronto, get my parents.
But would you be able to get back in time before?
Yeah, I'd assume that.
Well, your first instinct is you need to go home. No matter what.
Immediately,
Zombies
I would
don't move
call-
fast.
Yeah.
Immediately, if I heard about it, I would call my parents and be like, "You good? Everything okay?
Call your yeah. I would
blessed?
say call your parents and then.
You blessed? You good? You good, fam? You all right?"
Yeah, blessed.
And then I would figure out they're okay, and then like obviously it would be like a slow burner. People would be like, "Man, in Toronto, walking around dead."
It would always start
eating people.
slow.
But eventually, once we realized it was an issue,
Mm-hmm.
I would say to my parents like, "Why don't we go to the cottage and let it blow over?" And
if it blows over,
exactly. And I'd say be at the cottage, which is 2 hours north of the city, and it's rather.
It would take a month or so to finally get out there.
Yeah, but I'd say like, get up there, and then just start preparing.
Yeah, I'd just say go away from Toronto. If it starts in Toronto, just go away from Toronto.
It's hard. I think I'd last a long time.
If I was in your situation where I live in Toronto, my family is in Toronto, I would say, okay, this is an issue. I'm in Guelph. Pack up the stuff, and we will meet somewhere outside of Toronto. I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily say I would go back to the place where it's starting. I would tell my parents, okay, you need to get out now. There's no sense like there's no real sense in me coming back to Toronto because
get everything you can.
I would slow us down.
Get everything you can, come get
and
me,
then just leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I would, and even like I feel like even if it realistically was a zombie apocalypse, if it started with like 2 or 3 people, I feel like the RCMP or the army would act on it quick enough to not make it infectious, like worldwide or whatever. Like,
but it's also
you say that,
you're
but
not going to kill someone.
Yeah.
If they're a zombie,
well, how are they going to know? If someone's just walking, but still, you detain them. You wouldn't.
When they look like a zombie, what was a zombie?
Yeah, the thing that would happen, I would think would happen is that you can't really do that because as soon as someone gets infected, all it takes is one person. Since we have free healthcare, all it takes is one person to get bit, still be alive. They kill that zombie, and then someone will take that person to a hospital. someone takes that person to a hospital, and that they can't contain them in that hospital. That's all it takes. As soon as that person dies and starts attacking people, that's what I think. Because the first instinct would be to, okay, we can try curing this.
I feel like we should have ended on a better question.
Yeah.
We're all like, well, we do something that's reasonable and leave.
Yeah. Like we would leave. Yeah. Okay. So then
I wouldn't go.
Then let's fast forward it for a second. Okay. It is half a year since the zombie apocalypse starts. Okay.
Yeah.
Toronto has fallen. Toronto has fallen. Surrounding areas, the GTA has fallen. Mm-hmm. Guelph has fallen. It's in the U.S. The U.S. is starting to fall. It's probably everywhere's fallen.
Where's everywhere?
The world's gone.
The world's gone. Society is in shambles as we know it. So you're in Muskoka. You're up at the cottage.
Just chilling.
You're at the cottage. Where would you be?
Where would I be?
Where would you be?
Anywhere that it's not.
Well, it's everywhere. That's the thing. Where's your?
It's at the cottage too.
Yeah, like it's places in Muskoka. You're fighting it off in at the cottage.
Okay.
You're fighting it off. Like you're maybe thinking of leaving. Okay.
All right.
He's telling you what you're thinking.
It's already been like happening, and it's up in Muskoka, and he's like fighting it off and fending it off to finally like it's becoming dire situation where he might need to leave. Where are you?
We're on dire straits.
Where am I?
Where are you?
I don't know. Like it's hard to say.
So where's your first other than I'm just gonna leave and not be there? Where's your first instinct to go? Because you have to have an instinct of where to go, right at the beginning.
All right, heading back to the homeland, Macedonia.
Macedonia.
See you there. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know. I would drive somewhere further than Toronto. I'd probably drive up north somewhere, live there.
Yeah.
And then let's go to Nunavut.
If it goes,
let's go to Nunavut in Alaska.
Yeah. Like if it goes there, then fight them off there. If it's like already populated everywhere, there's nowhere else to go. You're just gonna fight them off wherever you are. I guess there's not really anywhere you can go. It's an instinct of survival, so I can't really tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
In that moment, like I don't know.
I think Canada would fall faster than the U.S. would fall.
I would think
because we don't have guns.
Because what?
We don't have guns.
No, I think the opposite.
That doesn't mean
you think the opposite.
Our population density over the whole.
Yeah, we have so much land.
Yeah.
Is so.
The U.S. is secluded in in such tight land.
That's true.
GTA would die.
GTA would fall quickly.
But then the rest, like, there's no one.
There's
Are
nowhere
they gonna
up north.
walk?
There's
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Are they gonna walk to Vancouver?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would.
We have so much land to cover before they take over everything. Like, there's no
Like
way.
I think eventually, but I think
Yeah.
I think
We're the second
US
biggest country in
would
the
be a lot
world.
slower.
Yeah.
There's no way they would like.
We're the second biggest country in the world with like such a small
Of
population.
land
yeah,
mass, yeah.
It's 35 million.
One thing I learned from like a bunch of dystopian future books and things like Walking Dead, and that although it's taken from fiction, it's very, very true that would actually happen in real life. Is that when civilization falls, it falls quickly.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone panics.
As soon as like civilization as a whole, like everyone just panics and starts to lose it, it will fall within a couple of days. You won't have electricity, you won't have order. It's gone. So
Bye bye world.
that's
I
what
don't know.
that's what I
Bye.
learned.
I don't know because it hasn't happened. I'm more of a facts guy rather than I think it's gonna happen. And where if I like it happens. I believe it.
cash man.
That's
Give
also
you
Canadian.
money
Yeah,
for
it's
your
in
gold.
Vaughan or something.
Vaughn Pickering.
He's right by
Don Beer.
Pickering.
Or no, Art Thompson.
No, Don Beer or not Thompson.
Is it Don Beer?
What's it? It's intersection. It's Brock and Bailey.
Ah.
Do you know where that is?
Yes.
That's a good name.
God.
What's your name? Hi, I'm Brock Bailey.
Brock Bailey.
It's
Yeah.
an intersection like on Brock
That
and
sounds
Bailey.
like a radio name.
Brock and then
Brock
Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah,
Brock
that's
Road and Bailey.
108.2.
My new name is. Yeah.
You really don't know where that is.
It's the what's it? The intersection of
Brock and Bailey.
You go left. Yeah, intersection of Brock and Bailey. Perfect.
Left what?
Isn't it when you go straight to go to Don Beer
Well, it
and
depends
take a
on where
right
you're
to go to
coming
Art
from.
Thompson?
Coming from north?
Yeah. You just go straight to go to Don Beer, and then you take a right to go to Art Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's the end of the podcast.
We definitely should have picked a better question.
We should have picked a better question, but I think we should probably have a question for every end of the podcast. I think,
I agree.
but
we
a
should have
better
better ones in
question,
general.
I agree.
just a better one. So.
That's your fault.
All right. Well, that
It's your
was the
question.
podcast.
Well, oh well.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening,
This
If
has
you
been Two
are.
Guys, One Mic with Andy.
Michael.
And
We sound like we're dead.
Yeah.
This is awful.
Yeah.
we gotta be more live.
Come on, boys. Let's
Next-
be more upbeat.
next-
Come on. Here we go. Thank you for listening. Oh,
Bam.
that was just really loud. Thank you for listening to Two Men, One Mic. I've
Yep.
been Andy.
I've been Michael.
I'm still Ange.
And we will see you next week. Hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.